Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net, and it is Saturday the 26th of July. Thanks again for watching. Now, I had an email from a regular viewer yesterday saying that I'd said contrary things about the CFS on Thursday and on Friday, and was drawing different conclusions because of the MJO. Well, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing, because you see, when you look at the MJO, you're looking at some calculations based on indices made within the CFS, but when we look at CFS forecast charts themselves, then you're looking at dynamics within the model that are making predictions more akin to those that we make daily from operational models. But what you tend to find is that the MJO gives a better indication as long-term patterns than the operational CFS drawn from its dynamics. So you can get quite conflicting signals from both, and what I try to do here, and I think this is something that I have to keep stressing all the time, and this is something that the person who emailed completely failed to see, is that actually what I do here is show you the daily different scenarios that CFS brings up and point out to you exactly what's going on. It isn't a forecast, and I make clear to you it isn't a forecast. It's guidance. It shows you what the models are doing at the moment, and I give you my opinion as to which way they may go. It's not an official forecast, so please don't view it that way. This is the MJO 30-day forecast from the CFS model, and you see it here going into phase 8 and into phase 1. So the dates going into phase 8 are around about the 5th of August, and going into phase 1 we're looking around the 13th of August. And what we've been advising private clients is that we were likely to see a deterioration in conditions at the early part of August, and that's something that we've been saying here at weatherweb.net to you as well, saying that we're likely to see this deterioration taking place for the early part of August, and that actually that could then lead into a fairly mixed or even unsettled start to August. ECMWF does a similar thing as well. This is the MJO running from the 25th of July through to the 25th of August. And what they're trying to do here is to bring us into phase 8 and then through phase 1. As you can see here, it's not a particularly strong signal from the ECMWF for phase 1, but it's following roughly the same pattern as the CFS. So phase 8 looking like this. This is taken from how the pattern normally appears in phase 8, and this is where we're going into from about the 5th of August onwards. Shows a ridge in the Atlantic, shows a trough off towards the east. This is the more unsettled, cooler conditions on a northwesterly flow typically, and some showers or outbreaks of rain. It's normally not a washout, but certainly cooler than we've seen of late. As we saw, the CFS tending to see those conditions through until about the 13th, and then what it shows is the trough then getting cut off across northern parts of Europe here. The higher than normal heights staying up towards the north, and more of a north and northeasterly flow coming down through the country during the course of this period, taking us up into the middle to latter stages of the month. And the risk here is some pretty heavy thundery showers across the east and the south, but certainly dry across the north and the west. That's the pattern that's indicated from the MJO by both the CFS and the ECMWF. Now, the dynamics of the model look like this. This is week 1 rainfall, showing pretty dry conditions look across much of England and Wales for the next week. Most of the rainfall centred across Scotland. Week 2, again, shows most rain towards the north and the west, but you see they're generally more mixed for most places with a higher incidence of rain. So a certain indication from the CFS there of this idea of a slip from about the 5th onwards into those more unsettled, cooler conditions. And a quick glance at temperature forecast, unsurprisingly now as we get through August into September, shows, look, this fall off in temperatures. It's trying to peak at the middle part of the month again, but then we see this gradual fall in temperatures heading into September. So that's the indications that we're getting at the moment from the models. As I stress again at the beginning there, this is not a forecast, it's just guidance based on what the long-range models are doing at the moment. So once again, thanks again for watching, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.